Hey guys and girls, welcome back and thanks for tuning into my channel. My name is Eric Fisher, and on this channel, we're dedicated to bringing you the most updated sales content so you can help more customers, crush your quota, and earn that sweet commission. Before we get started, make sure you do two quick things. Click the like button until it turns blue, and also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Why? So you get notified every time we drop a brand new video. So, you feel like you're doing everything right in your business, but let's be honest, you're not closing any deals. Today I'm here to give some B2B sales advice for the beginners out there to offer some insight on how you can get those numbers up. Now before we jump in, I want to get you a free resource in your hands. Click the link down below to download your copy of my free book that explains how to get the attention of the modern buyer and build an overflowing pipeline of new prospects leveraging intelligence-based sales methods. Now, let's talk about the 5 reasons you're not making any sales. Number 1, you lack patience. Patience seems counterintuitive for us as salespeople. The quarterly and yearly forecast targets we must hit, the mounting pressure, the stress of making that big commission check. Yet the lack of patience is one of the main causes for salespeople to fail, and they quit just as they were starting to gain momentum. You see, to be great at sales, you must have urgency and you must be persistent. But patience is something completely different. Patience is our ability to endure tedious and challenging work without getting upset or overly frustrated. Ever feel like you aren't showing up properly in front of your prospects and customers? Yep, you guessed it. They can feel your lack of patience and they can smell your desperation. The top performers in any industry practice incredible amounts of patience because they understand the right actions and effort over time yield incredible results. Number 2, you aren't practicing your craft daily. If I had to ask you how often you practice your sales skills on a weekly basis, what would your answer be? If the answer isn't much, don't fret, you're not alone. In fact, the majority of sales professionals don't practice at all. The good news is that you aren't too late and there's no better time than the present. Did you know that one of the key statistics that differentiates the top 20% of sales professionals from the bottom 80% is the top 20% practice some form of sales on a daily basis. This could include role-playing, using flashcards for objection handling, reading up on a new tactic, practicing your elevator speech or pitch, or even leaving yourself voicemails to objectively study areas for improvement. I'll leave you with this. One study showed that professional athletes spend anywhere from 80 to 90% of their career practicing, and only 10 to 20% in a game or match. Remember, these are the best athletes in the world, yet they spend most of their careers honing their skills and training. Might as well follow the methods of world-class performers and see how it works for you. You won't be disappointed. Number 3, your sales messaging has no value for your prospect. That's right, your message is all about you and your company. If this is you, please understand, it's human nature that we want to talk about ourselves, so don't beat yourself up too much. But it could be a major reason you aren't able to build your pipeline and close more deals. Most salespeople lead all their messaging about the size of their company, the length of time in business, and use terms like rank number 1, we're the industry leader. After all, how many industry leaders can there be? In all seriousness, while using fancy buzzwords and sharing information about ourselves and our company seems like the right thing to do, it only drives our prospects further away from being receptive to engaging in a conversation. Our prospects and customers couldn't care less about our company at first. The time to share how great we are will come in time. How we message that information is critical. We have to remember that people buy products or services to solve problems or move closer to pleasure. Doesn't it make sense then to tie our sales messaging to how we help our prospects and their peers solve their problems? Next time you're engaged in a sales conversation, anywhere in your sales process, think to yourself, how is this valuable to my prospect? A great reminder I like to use in my preparation is to put myself in my prospect's shoes and ask myself this: so what? In other words, what I'm about to say have anything to do with my customer and or their problem? Number 4, you don't have a full sales funnel. If you've been in sales for any period of time, you've probably heard the infamous line from Glengarry Glen Ross: coffee is for closers, right? While it is true that when the ink is signed, that's when the deal's made and that's when we get paid. What most salespeople really struggle with is not having enough prospects to close in the first place. Have you ever said to yourself or your boss, I've got this one guy and I just need to close him and then I'll hit my quota. If so, you're amongst thousands of salespeople living in an incredibly high stress life in fear of not hitting quota and not earning that sweet commission check. The good news is that it doesn't have to be this way. The way to overcome this is to focus 70 to 80% of your time on prospecting. When you're looking to explode your sales growth outside of drive and desire, the number one factor that determines if you'll be successful in sales or not is a big fat pipeline of prospects. Most of a salesperson's career involves being rejected or being told no. In order to overcome this, you need to improve your odds by giving yourself more chances to close sales. The way you do this is by filling your sales funnel with more prospects and opportunities. Remember this, a full pipeline will solve nearly all of your sales problems. You have a fear of rejection. Nobody likes rejection. I used to hate it. I still don't enjoy it. But over time, I've been able to train my mind to keep going and not let it hold me back. I've not met a single person in my life that loved being rejected. It goes against all our human instincts. Yet, as salespeople, we spend most of our careers being rejected. The problem with fearing rejection is that it prevents us from reaching our potential. When you look at most struggling salespeople, while they may not want to admit it, fear of rejection is most certainly what holds them back. It prevents them from making the first call. They don't follow up enough, and they don't ask the hard questions. If you aren't able to overcome your fear, it will overcome you. It's helpful to understand that fear of rejection is both biological and also psychological. So you're not crazy for wanting to avoid it, but to excel in your sales career, you need to figure out a way to overcome it if you want to earn those big commission checks. The best two ways to overcome your fear of rejection is to put yourself in a situation where you're actually rejected more often. You'll eventually build up a callus or immunity to the rejection, as it will feel quite normal. One hack I like using is go for no. That's right, flip the sales game on its head, and instead of striving for more yeses, go for more nos. By changing the psychological response where we've conditioned ourselves into responding to no in a negative way, we're now rewarding ourselves for getting more rejection, and after some time, you'll no longer have an issue. The second best way to overcome rejection is to practice more. When you sharpen your skills, your confidence will increase and you'll have less to worry about being rejected. You'll convert more prospecting calls into meetings, and the rejection won't be nearly as bad, as naturally you'll have more success through better skills. Success breeds confidence. So there you have it, the 5 reasons you're not making sales. Are you guilty of any of these? Even if you're selling like crazy, these are still important points to keep in mind so that you stay on the right track and provide your clients with as much value as possible. For more sales help, check out my international best-selling book, linked down below. It's all about how to grab the attention of the modern buyer and build an overflowing pipeline of new prospects. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we drop a brand new video.